Hey, praise God. Once again, I'm back. Doubling up. Stick with me. A lot of y'all ain't gonna want to hear this part. You know what I'm saying? But hold on for me. Just hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out. From the hood to the top. If you can't sit down and see yourself talking to the presidents of the United States, see, don't talk to me, man. See, if you can't see yourself talking to the vice president, the state representative, the Senate, Congress, if you can't see yourself talking to a federal judge in a bipartisan way, don't talk to me. See, listen, man. America is built on the Constitution. See, it's real simple. America is built on integrity. That's why you see a lot of stuff happening in the streets that you don't understand. Why it's going on. Why the laws are built a certain way. Why the laws are built that they don't protect the informants and the snitches. The reason why, because snitching is part against integrity, man. Informing is against integrity. I don't care what the activists say on TV about, well, we need to do this in the hood and crime and there's no snitching, whatever. Yeah, that's the right thing to say out your mouth. But according to the amendments, man, the Constitution, a patriot of this country, people who go over to war, who's willing to sacrifice their life as a martyr for this country. That's the way it's built, man. See, you got to understand. They say all these things out loud, man. You understand? But when it comes down to it, it's really simple. Just like when you was a kid in school, they used to say the word tell-tale. See, it was always against it. See, so you got to understand, and I'm not saying it to promote it or advocate of it. I'm just telling you what it is. If you can't sit with simplicity and just talk about the weather, or, hey, Mr. President, man, when I go home, Jack, I'm finna make me some pinto beans, rice, cornbread, and some fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? And they say, yeah, I'm gonna have the butler to so-and-so. Man, won't you send me a piece of that apple pie over, man? See, if you can't hold no conversation like that, don't talk to me, man. Because, see, listen, at the end of the day, you got to understand something. You got to be able to talk to that table I just told you. That table I just told you. You got to be able to talk, man, like a human being. The grassroots, man, as a mere mortal. You understand? Just simple and make sense. See, the things that you say that you used to say to people who work in these different offices as clerks or whatever, who change up paperwork, who cause problems in people like my life, because I don't call you, or because you gave me a birthday card and I didn't say thank you, or I didn't come see you, or you calling me 4 a.m. on a regular basis, and because I snap and call you all kind of whatever, you tell them I'm crazy because I talk about your mama and all this. See, when it comes down to it, man, you're going to become transparent. See? Because, see, soon as the doctor and them sit and talk to me, and I'm telling them just like what I'm telling you, simplicity, like I told you, talking to the professionals, once they hear me, once they hear my cognitive skills and how supreme my cognitive skills are, see, they're just going to trace it back down the line, and eventually it's going to affect you. And see, and what you don't understand is that in this, when we get to this area, this is when things start crumbling down for you. Your life becomes messed up because, see, now we've become slandered, defamation of character, man, harassment. See, you could become sued because of all the stuff that you took me through because you didn't have your way, which is really love bombing. That's what they call it. You use your generosity in order to manipulate. Anytime somebody gives you something, always remember, if somebody gives you something, and they always bringing it up, and they always saying what they did took for you, and you didn't this and you didn't that, it's because the whole purpose of them giving it to you was to manipulate you into doing something. And that's something they used to doing. These, once again, are dangerous people. See, they don't know their personality and their character and their behavior tells what they have used to been doing. This is what they used to doing to get what they want. That's why they're so confident in being successful with what they're doing. And so when they don't get their way, they do all kind of conniving ways. They lie, they try to get you all screwed up in the system because they want to try to position you in a way that they can control you, like puppet masters. See, they want to control your life, and when they can't, and they got to lock you down. They got to put you in their pocket. And when they can't, see, oh, look, a love bomber, a person who's out like this here with that character and personality, they can't stand to be whatever. You know what I'm saying? They can't, if they don't have that power and that control over you. You see what I'm saying? They do all kind of stuff to rearrange your life. You understand? Take you through all these changes. They lie, and they all in the dark, and they be behind the scene. But once again, look, corruption cannot stand transparency. Corruption cannot stand the light. Corruption is in the dark. And it starts real small with the bureaucratic people who doing things and gossiping, saying this and saying that. He did this, he did that. And it's usually through friends or people who have political power behind the scenes. But these still are part of bureaucratic people. If you know your constitutional rights, which is the 14th and the 5th Amendment, which is the main one, the 14th and the 5th Amendment, which entitles each American as a citizen of the United States of America to be treated equally, just like anybody else in the United States. Due process. See, not to be discriminated against for whatever reason. See, that's your right, man, as a citizen of the United States of America. Due process. To be treated equally. To be protected by the law. To be protected by the law just like anybody else. You understand? See, once again, if you can't sit and talk to the President of the United States, the Vice President, the Senate, the Congress, see, the state representative, the federal judge. See, we don't forget about the federal prosecutor and the state prosecutor, the district attorney, because they got their hands tied into all kind of stuff in order to keep things moving and working for whatever reason. Do you knock them? No, I don't know. I mean, they're doing what they do. You see what I'm saying? But that's where a lot of corruption lies. See, and when the light shines on them, then they have to deal with it when it's dealt with. Because see, they have to deal with the superiors, because they really subordinates in the law, in the law, in the system as well. See, so when it comes down to it, the things that I'm saying, it reflects them as well. See, the thing is, you got to understand, when people operate the way they operate, they're doing it because this is something they used to doing, they successful with doing, they get away with it, which is really illegal. See, but you cannot ignore documentation, which such as video, audio, paperwork. See, paperwork, video, audio, it tells the truth. I'm going to tell you this last thing, I'm finna go. One more thing. Because like I told you, I don't come with the Bible, but I'm always talking about God. See, I'm always talking about God, baby. I was in this place a long time ago, about 25 years ago, right? So I was going through all kind of changes around me. It was about 50 people. See, but I was the only one thinking the way I thought. My cognitive skills. See, but I was going through a lot of changes. I was being harassed. It was slander. It was all kind of stuff, man, because of what was going on. See? So one day, a major, a captain, a lieutenant, 2 officers came up. And they stood right there at the door. And they stood in a circle. And I snapped. You did? Man, I snapped. Because this shit, excuse me, God. It had been going on for like a month. Man, I told them exactly what they were doing. I told them what was going on. I told them who was this, what, some, whatever. And he told the officer, he said, man, take him to the psychiatrist. Right? Man, they put me in handcuffs, took me to the psychiatrist. Right? So I talked to the psychiatrist. I told him the same thing I told them. Man, I told him so articulate, so eloquent in my words and my speech. Man, the psychiatrist was rolling on the floor laughing. He was laughing so hard, man, he was crying. And he got up and he wrote some stuff on the paper and he called on the phone and told them, man, don't never send this man back over here no more. Ain't nothing wrong with this man. See, so what I'm saying to you, man, is when you living accordingly, when your cognitive skills or your cognitive skills are supreme and superb, the professionals have to respect. You know what I'm saying? They have to respect what you're saying. If your talking is coherent, if your speech is articulate and eloquent, people have to respect what you're saying. You understand? And when you adhere to the law, they'll be afraid not to. Because they figure that the stuff that you're saying, that you might say it somewhere else and get them caught up to. You understand? Because what you're saying, the knowledge that you're saying, you ain't supposed to know it. You ain't supposed to think like that. You're not supposed to be able to say that. The deal breaker, boy, the deal breaker is when they're sitting there and they listening to what you're saying, and you got facts about what's being done, on what date, the name who did it, and what they did. It's no longer a secret, man. See, at some point, somebody gonna stop it right here. Because now he got my name in it. See, you didn't tell me about this and you didn't tell me about that. Man, Jack, it ain't supposed to make it to me, Jack. This thing came to my desk, and the way this man talking, he's saying this stuff, man, I got to stop this. And if he's tied in and he know these and this his friends, he gonna tell him, man, this guy came here, man, he got his paperwork and stuff in order and so, this and that. Sometimes, man, people do other things when they get caught up. See, listen, that's why you got to be careful out here when you're doing stuff illegal, man. When you got a possibility to lose your pension, you know, to mess up your family and to mess up your home because of the choices that you decide to make, man. When you violating other people's rights, you got to be careful about that kind of stuff, man, because it can come back and hit you, man. But anyway, look, like I said, I ain't got the Bible in my hand, man. But look, I'm talking about God. Y'all be good, man. I got to go.